What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Pillars of Eternity. My name is Splattercat, and I'm happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little bit and navigate this River O Refuse. I like to call it the River O Refuse because I feel like it adds a little bit of a jovial nature to the fact that we're wading through poo at the moment. You know this place has to smell terrible, and I imagine the cobblestones would be slippery, like slightly sticky slippery. Like how something could be both sticky and slippery at the same time, I don't know, but the floors in here appear to have figured it out. Anyways, I just went back to the tavern, and so I got ourselves all nice and rested up. I got us a little bit of supplies for camping. By and large, that's pretty much all that I accomplished right there. Let me take a look at my inventory real fast. I'm going to store up some of this stuff because I don't think it's going to be that useful for later. I am, however, going to get some of these castable. No, Adir, I don't want you to have those. You are not the doodly. You are not the guy. I thought that we were there. We go. I want Durance to have these. I don't know what these do, but there's Scroll of Nature's Mark, which makes everybody in the area an easier target. So there it is, just in case you're looking for easy adventurers. That would be the spell to cast, and I suppose it's sort of just like giving them, I don't know, like a fifth of vodka or something like that. Inside this room, let's make sure. Well, there is treasure right there. What's going to happen over here? I gave myself, so I rested in a room that gave us a bonus to mechanics because I figured we were going up against so many traps over the course of the last episode, and some of which were very, very devastating that it would more than likely be a good idea to give ourselves a bonus. We weren't able to disarm all of them, so there it is. We've got the fine mail armor. Okay, not that useful, but I'll probably sell it off for Gilder a little bit later. Get some of that Kroner. Get some of those, I don't know, Deutschmarks? I don't know. Somebody paid me with a Deutschmark one time. Like, and this was like well after the euro was instated. Does that stuff still float around like over in Germany and in EU countries? Like, do you still have a lot of the old currency floating around? I always wondered about that. Like, how did they transition that properly? Changing from one currency to another must have been, like, somewhat chaotic. I don't know, did you just take your old marks to the bank or whatever it was and get them swapped out for euros? Additionally, how did they set the exchange rate for that? This confuses me because I'm not an economist. And so things like this, they just make my brain spin at, like, how complicated it must have been to get that whole thing to function without it all falling apart and just being a mess. But anyway, somebody paid me with a Deutschmark one time when I was working at a movie store. I don't precisely remember why. He wasn't German. I think it was just like a random set of coins that he had like in his wallet or something like that, because he paid me, and there were normal quarters and normal dimes and things like that in there, but there was a couple of Deutschmarks, and unfortunately I lost it. I had it around somewhere for a while, and then the other day my girlfriend, she found a silver 1963 quarter. Like, apparently it's worth like 10 bucks online in mint condition. It's not in mint condition. Hers is kind of wrecked up and messed up. But at the same time, it's kind of a cool thing to see. It's just a quarter made out of silver. And it's amazing how much lighter it is than the quarters that we have today. That's what I really didn't expect, is you hold a quarter today versus a quarter from 50 years ago. It's so much lighter when it was made out of silver or whatever. So I assume that we're supposed to be going to the sanitarium right now. In the last episode, we had talked to this guy up here, Helig Thane, who had sent us out to find... What did he send us out? He sent us out to do something. And so he wanted me to go, oh, that's right. He had been locked in a struggle with another necromancer or with his boss. That's what it was. He'd had a boss that was a dick to him because he did necromancy. And so his boss took his grimoire or something like that, which I guess is sort of like taking somebody's balls in this game world. I'm not really sure. It's kind of just like taking somebody's purse. I don't really know. He seems really, really upset about the fact that the guy took his grimoire, though. So I figure I'm going to go and get it back for him so that he can sleep properly at night. He does like this weird cuddly... Oh. In front of you looms the ghostly, hollow image of the man who is present at your awakening. He casts a pale, sickly light in the dank corridor as he regards you.
You are from Cretum, my boy.
His words are an echo in your mind from a time long past, and you know your response before you speak it, as if it has always been. Only recently.
A remarkable city. Truly one of the most impressive we have encountered outside of our own. Many exceptional people who have joined our cause come from Cretum. What made you decide to join our order?
Did we join an order? Maybe we're just like living, okay, so we're living a memory right now. I figure we'll probably go with, let's go with this one. I went through dark times, nothing made sense, and that all changed when your order came to my homeland.
Little makes sense in the false contexts much of the world has lived under for so long. It is by the mercy of the gods that our faith has been able to reach so many of the heathen in more recent times. Are you ready to take the oath? To spread the word of the gods to the lost and heathen?
I am. Whee! Sparklies, and so I bathe you in purple puffs. Welcome to our order. It's now time for a pizza party. That's how you induct cultists right there. That's why my cultists never run off on me. I make sure that they're taken care of. I'll be like, who wants to have a pizza party today? And then, you know, you've... Durant's just had to talk right now. He had to ruin it. He had to... What is this? Ooh. Un secret door. I like this. Let's go inside. Oh, no, no. Don't step on that. Don't step on that. Oh, my God. Okay, so let's go ahead and take care of that. But as I was saying, when I hire cultists, I make sure... Oh, we failed to disarm the trap.
Yes.
That's unfortunate, and that will cause us some pain if we can't get... We definitely need to move somebody up. That one got disarmed, though. And so that one was level 4 difficulty. It was a noxious burst trap. Okay, inside of here, we've got the Nasitaki boots, which give you a freeze DR bonus, and they are stealthy. So I assume that they give you stealth, and then they make you take less damage. They're plate mail, though. If they give you freeze DR, I figured they'd have, like, fur or something like that on them, but I guess that would just be me being stereotypical about my boots. I wanted to have some adventuring Ugg boots. But yeah, my cultists never run off because I take care of them. I listen to their problems. I inquire as to the things that are going on in their lives. I say, hey, you, random cultist number 8, how are things going with Martha, your wife? Are they good? How's your marriage? Is it all right? Is there anything I can do to help right now? And they're like, nah, man, the pizza party got me covered. I'm super stoked. Let's ride. The mercenary eyes you warily as you approach, his weapon readied. What are you doing here? You don't look like one of that masked lot. Well... Relax. How would I know to be here if I didn't belong? He thinks carefully and nods. Alright then. Go on in and report to the Acolyte. She'll give you your assignment. They should be just about finished with their meeting in the big chamber. I'm not going to ask too many questions because being too inquisitive in these situations might end up with us getting caught. Is this the Temple of Woedica? Because I was to understand I was in the sewers looking for treasure. Or I was at least trying to hunt down... I guess we got to go to the sanitarium later. I don't know if this is where I should be, but this seems like the kind of place that could really escalate out of control pretty quickly. Looks like there's some treasure over here, and it's not red-handed, so there it is. I suppose we'll jump on in. There are crates and things in here, so I figure we might want to wander around in sneaky mode for a little bit. Once again, don't really like the sneaky mode. I wish that you could actually detect hidden objects just by wandering around and having a high enough check for it. Just the thing that I would prefer for right now. But it's okay. I mean, you can't always get what you want. It's not always...
Something over there.
Exactly. Something over there. A fine rod. What is that? A scroll of protection. Simple. So it's a sop. We've also got... Ooh. Yes, please. I like money. Money is fantastic in video games like these because it allows me to buy better beat sticks. And what could you want? Oh, binding copper. We had trouble finding that before, so now we have binding copper, which means we can do some of the better enchants on our weaponry. I'd been concerned about where we get that from, and I thought maybe we could craft it or something like it. Seems like a craftable item. Alof falters and brings a hand to his forehead. He takes a staggering step forward, coughing and sputtering.
Back, ye clod! Those hooded fiends are nigh to be trusted.
Aloth, hey. Now's not the best time for that. He grimaces, catching his breath. It's nothing. I'm fine. He coughs again. This probably isn't the best place to linger anyhow. Yeah, let's not do that. You know the song. You have to let it linger. I don't know. That song always reminds me of farts. Like, it's okay to fart, but does it really have to be one of those lingering ones that just, like, hangs around the room for, like, an hour and a half? Like, ugh. You hear murmurs and chants on the other side of the door. A ritual of some sort is already underway. I don't know. This could go really, really badly, depending. Let's go. You open the door and stride into the chamber, mentioning for the rest of your party to accompany you. This might go poorly. There's a lot of guys in here, but they don't look like they're that well armed. Several shrouded figures are lined up across from a hooded woman. The figure at the head of the line approaches her, and the woman places her outstretched hand on the stranger's forehead. They stand in silent communion as you look on. A few moments later, the stranger steps aside and resumes his place in the circle around the statue. All eyes in the room fall on you, and you hear a quick, angry mutter being exchanged. Brothers, sisters, an intruder walks among us. Deal with him. You gotta have the back end right there. You gotta make it sound more so. Oh, poopy butt. Okay, so we have problems. We have serious problems. Okay, so you go over there. I want you right there.
Yeah?
I'm gonna have you swing back this way. This is an issue. We have a lot of people here who could potentially really hurt us. I'm worried about these guys in plate mail. They're always the ones that have me slightly nervous about the whole thing.
Yes?
I should have known better. We're getting jumped. Well, let's go after... If we can get a fireball out to there, I think I'd prefer it. And that doesn't appear to have worked very well. Is he locked in combat right now? Who's on him? Alright, we'll try and help her clear out the wizard. You turn around and face the shrouded man. We've already got his song running, so people should be draining health out slightly. What I need from you for right now, let's drop our healing AoE. A little bit faster would be nice, but hey, if you want to take your time, that's alright. And then on this side, what I'd like to do, let's go after an AoE. On this side, let's keep the chain going, and what I'd like to do is let's increase... Since he's safe, let's get the Shrouded Woman with that right there. You help out on the Shrouded Man for right now. And we'll just try and keep an eye on everything that... Okay, Aloth is toast. We're not going to be able to save him. Aloth, unfortunately. I mean, I might be able to get him... No, everybody just casted. I think we're about to lose our wizard. Let's drop that right there and just kind of like see what happens. Maybe it'll work out. It did a little bit of damage, but not much. We are getting our asses whooped inside out right now, and we need backup. So let's get ourselves some skellies, like always. On this side, let's go for a major wounds right there. Trying to keep people up and running here. We'll go a skelly right there. Let's get you two working on that guy. I think we are taking people out slowly but surely. But it's sort of going to depend here. And then in addition, I'd like you to go in on that gives the enemies frightened. And so that should lower... What does frightened do? Hold on, give me my tooltip. So accuracy is reduced by 10. That might help out a little bit. But actually, now that we have an... I need somebody up and on these wizards. Let's get... Yeah, let's take you up and in here because, yeah, I can't be having that anymore. And the pathfinding appears to be very, very, very confused about all this. There we go. So you get on the wizard right now because we need the wizard to die right this second. On this side, you throw out your second attack. On this side, attack him from behind. Over here, we've got... What do we have going on right here? He's chanting, but he doesn't have enough to really do anything for us just yet. We're hanging in there, but it's going to be a tad nasty. We could do Crucible of the Soul. I need you. No matter which way he turns, he's in trouble. Okay, well, my goal right now then would be... Let's give him Sanctuary for a moment. There we go. So he's got Sanctuary, which is going to draw them off, hopefully. We got a Fear out right there, and so it's 2 versus like 6 now. You stay on that guy. We need that guy dead like 5 minutes ago, so if you can make that happen, that would be great. I'm going to take that defensive attack right there. Since we got problems on this side, I'm going to go for another... Let me go after another big heal right here. Where is Durance? Is he knocked down? Okay, so Durance is knocked down, unfortunately. There's not going to be much I can do about that. Maybe knock down the Shrouded Man, but he's got a couple of problems right here that are going to need to be dealt with sooner rather than later. For her, I need you to go into Frenzy right now. And then if you could finish off the Shrouded Man, that would be great. Once he comes out of Sanctuary, we should be alright. On this side, we have Iconic Projection. Let's do that right there. And so that one's now dead. What I need from our Berserker is for her to be right here. And for her to be handling as many of these guys as possible.
Yeah.
Over on this side, I want you all to cram into there because he's now engaging far too many targets. And then let's go with a Magical Seal on the floor. No, I don't think that's going to help out. Suppress Affliction and Still Doubt. Could do another Iconic Projection here. It's not bad. It's not a bad attack at all. It works out pretty well, in fact. We gotta keep an eye on Bag of Bones, though, because I don't know if he's gonna make it. In fact, it might be worth it. So, when does he come out of that? Oh, wow. He has, like, not much time left. Okay. So, I'm gonna have him do the same thing to himself, then. And we'll have him regenerate for a few minutes. With her, I would like for that wizard to go away, like, right now. And if we could make that happen, that would be absolutely stellar. There it is. Now flip around and fight with them. And as soon as we get Durant's back, who appears to be back in action now, we'll throw out a big heal right there. Okay, turn around. Don't get hit in the back, please. For her, we want to go back through, and we'll have her regenerate for a little while. His HP's looking a little bit scraggly. Let's see if we can put this guy prone for a minute. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. I was hoping we could prone that guy so they could get back into the combat. However, let's disengage from right there. Okay, so that seems alright. He managed to get himself out of combat. And for right now, what I'd like out of you is get on him with some divine marks and things like that. Unfortunately, I had a spell on Aloth that would have helped us greatly with some of this because it would have reduced their DR. Unfortunately, he died so quickly at the outset of the fight without any way for me to either shield him or get him out that unfortunately can't change much about it now. I'd like you to stay on the Shrouded Men. Why is he able to just walk away from combat like that? Like, he is engaged with him. Like, why is he able to just disengage freely whenever he wants? That's a weird, weird thing, and it's sort of baffling me how he's able to do that.
Huh?
Yeah, I need you guys, like, on this right now. There we go. And so the final enemy is going to be beat down. Kind of a little bit worried about the way the fight's going to go once we get out of here. And so now that their cleric's down, wow. That fight snuck up on me. Crumpled at your feet lies the body of a woman. She wears a dark robe that bears an insignia resembling a key. As you approach the woman's body, feelings of rage assault you. The dead woman's voice howls in your ears, and her lingering consciousness rends at yours. Her essence tingles through your bones and membranes. It fills the spaces between your ears and behind your eyes, clawing deeper into your core. You see a gathering of men and women, wearing robes like hers, their faces hidden behind masks. One by one they approach her, whom they know as an acolyte, and she places her hand on each of their foreheads, searching their thoughts. She tests them with ritualistic questions, and they answer that their oath is sealed by the leaden key. She asks them of their tasks, she gives them new ones, all without a word. Try to see the tasks? Her essence flares, fighting to boil your blood, burn your memory, and splinter your bones from within. Yet between its strikes you see flashes of something else, a tower, a prisoner, and a ruin. You funnel all of your concentration into a single effort of will, a sharp point that pins the raging soul in place like an insect in a display case. With the thing under control, you're able to examine it and the three thoughts swirling inside. Let's examine the tower, because if somebody's in the tower, we can find him. But if we don't even... Going after the prisoner, if we don't know where the tower is, it doesn't really help us much, does it? You see a that is a weird word. You see a palimpsest of a neighborhood. Palimpsest of a neighborhood. Wow, somebody really went through the thesaurus on that one. Run-down estates are cobbled around a cemetery and an ancient tower. Savage shapes prowl the streets, and in the tower a man hunches over a strange mechanism. You can't see him clearly, but there's something unnatural about him. Somewhere nearby you see a woman with a scar over her heart. You understand that she has something that he needs. You also see a door in the base of the tower, a seemingly impenetrable slab of stone and copper, and then the acolyte reveals the invisible split between the perfectly matched halves, and you understand how the copper veins convert a command into an action. You know how to open the door. Let's inquire about the prisoner. In your mind, you see a building, magnificent, with trellises and tiles, located on a pristine boulevard. The wealthy and learned stroll in and out, trading knowledge and coin. Yet it also houses misery and madness. Somewhere within its rotten core sits a man, his hair matted, but his eyes alert. He watches and waits, a prisoner by choice. The Acolyte's vision takes you out of Defiance Bay to a town in the wilderness with a watermill. A signpost on one of the paths reads, Deerford. Several figures huddled together, shrouded in cloaks and hoods. An image of ruin suddenly looms in your mind. Two skeletal effigies flank a cleft in a mountainside. Alright, well, he's back up and running, so at least that's a plus. Let's have a look here. Oh, they had fine great swords. No wonder they were clipping me so hard. Nasty. What are these right here? Just normal warhammers? Okay, and then these are going to be fine brigandine. Cool. Alright, well, I'll take a second and I'll go through all those in just a moment. So search the rest of the bodies. We have a... my tooltip isn't working. Okay, well, I'll throw that all in there. We got a key right now, and so I suppose that's going to help us out in Deerford. We've got another grimoire, and a couple more pieces of random wizard's gear. Suppose I'll throw those in there, and for right now, let's go to our inventory, and I wanted to take a look at what this was. A fine scepter, 12 to 18. Okay, I keep hoping that we'll get a better wand that we can equip Aloth with, because he's still rocking... Oh, never mind. He's got a normal scepter? Oh. We'll give him the super awesome scepter then, or at least the slightly superior scepter. There it is, the SSS, the slightly superior scepter. There are 2 events here that we need to report. An average adventure rewards a minor item, 10% experience, and so we can assign her to it. We'll see what happens. Paisley O'Panahan will take care of it. And then the other thing that we had to be aware of, it said that there was 2 notifications. Maybe it was because the Barbican has been completed? Might be. Let's go back through here and we got to pick a new upgrade. And so I'll probably go... Let's continue with the walls. Just as I had said previously, I think that getting the walls erected is probably the best plan for us. I want to make sure that... Oh, the south curtain wall is already in progress. What? That's weird. It said that I had 2 things. I don't know. I'm not going to question any further. Camping is not allowed in this area. Well, that could be a serious problem, all things considered. There's a switch right there that looks like it takes us out of this place. Let's sneak around for a few moments and see if we can't find any better loot anywhere. But everybody else has really, really low HP. And so unfortunately, we're going to have to get out of here and rest at some point. Maybe we can come back in and clear this place out. I think that'll probably be my goal. For right now, yeah, let's go back up the stairs. Hopefully this takes us back into the city.
You must gather your party before...
It's gathered. The party, believe me, it is gathered. I have taken it like a curtain laying on a floor, and I've just mushed it to the center until it is all just gathered together. I've brought it together heavily, like a fine dressicle.
A moment, please. I feel I should explain myself.
Okay, well, I'll give you a moment in a minute when we're not all bleeding from our ears and all of our random orifices. Because at the moment, we might not make it back to the tavern without... If one guy shows up, like, it could be just a random brigand. Heritage Hill claims another soul. Where the hell are we right now? I don't think we're in a place that we've ever been before. And so, since I don't know, I would rather not apply myself to a new location where we might get attacked by something. Let's go back to the locations that I'm aware of in Copper Lane. And once we get back into Copper Lane, everything here is named after copper. I'm getting the feeling that the old CU is a very, very important element to these people. That's what I'm guessing right now. So this appears to be a location to the west. I just want to go back to the inn. That's the only thing that I care about right now is let's go back to the inn. Let's get rested. Let's get everybody taken care of. Then we'll talk to Aloth, and after that we'll go back out on our adventures and see if we can clear out the remainder of that dungeon down there. Because I think there's probably a whole bunch of treasure tucked away in the folds of their robes. And if not, we'll probably get a handful of something anyway, so whatever. It'll all work out. Obviously, that's the real reason that I adventure. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcast for the next episode of Pillars of Eternity. I look forward to seeing you all in future episodes. I'm going to grab a room, rest the characters up. We'll get ready for the next round. I'll see you all there. Hi-do, everybody.